Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I am going to be talking about Ask and It Is Given by Neville Goddard, and I'm going to be just discussing some important points that I took away from the book. So keep on watching. So the first point I want to talk about is how Neville Goddard says the past and the future are both imaginary, basically meaning that most people when they daydream or sit and try to visualize, they're focused on something that happened in the past, or they're thinking about the predictable future, where they got to go, what they got to do, or something like that, instead of just being present and consciously creating what they want to experience in the future. Okay, so next he talks about um, focusing on the desired state in order to see it. And then also, when we focus on the invisible, it develops our spiritual senses. So then he says that desires that drive us to action are the ones that hold our attention, which basically means that the stronger the desire, the stronger the action that we take. So then he also said, by having the feeling of the desire and the belief in that desire changes the course of your future, which basically means that the stronger your desire and the stronger the emotion you put behind that desire, it causes the future that you want to have to be drawn to you. And then he talks about experience in your imagination what you would experience if you reach your goal. So, say you wanted a promotion on your job, you would move to that end goal and imagine what had happened after the fact of you getting that promotion. Would your coworkers be congratulating you, or your boss giving you some kind of recognition, or whatever that case? Just imagine that end goal after the fact. So then he gives a process to predict an event before it happens. So it says step one to desire or define your goal, or just have clarity on what it is that you want to happen. And then and create an event that might happen once your desire is realized. So after the fact. And then it says to get into a sleep-like state by imagining yourself asleep, lying down or in a recliner chair, um, with your eyes closed. And then imagine that event and be the main character. Participate in it as if it were happening in real time. And then conjure the feeling in your body. That's the most important point. You have to feel it in your body as if it's happening right now. So, for example, say you won the lottery, or if that's something you wanted to do, that's a goal of yours. Visualize yourself receiving the check, like you already won it. You just have to go pick it up. Visualize yourself receiving the check and what it would feel like when you're getting that check in real time, and make sure you're feeling that in your body. And so the importance of this process is to not fall asleep, but you want to get yourself into a drowsy like state, but not sleep. And then he talks about, there's a quote that says, this world we live in is an abstract of an infinitely larger world that we live in. So there's more to life than what we see with our eyes and our senses. You can make the invisible world real just by focusing on it. with your imagination and bringing your senses into it, which basically means that if you want to change the world that you live in, you have to change it within your mind's eye, using your imagination, seeing it and feeling it into being. So then he talks about effortless attention is essential in changing your future, meaning in your visualization, your daydreaming, you have to consciously focus in the direction that you want to go in. Um, then also it says that how it comes about is not up to you. It's up to a higher power. So once you visualize it and feel it, then you have to let it go and release it and know that it's yours and it's coming. And don't worry about how and if it's here yet or anything like that. So he then emphasizes the process of how you you create your future. And he says again, make sure you define your goal clearly and create an event that is a result of what it is that you want to happen, and get your body into a sleep-like state. And once you start visualizing, make sure you feel it as if it's happening right now. And then once you feel it, you know, you feel it as if your goal is realized. And then he also says, meditate until you have convinced yourself that what you desire is already yours. So then there's another quote that he said. It says, "What has your attention has your life." So wherever your attention is, that's where your focus and your energy is. So make sure that it is focusing on the things that put you in a good mood, a good state, and um, put you in that desired feeling of what you wish to have. And then it also talks about once you have convinced yourself of your new future, don't go back to the past and try to figure out how things will happen. He says, know that it is done and move on. Live your life as if you are that which you wish to be. So don't don't continuously be checking. Oh, is it here yet? I wonder how it's going to come. Stuff like that. It says, say you want to get married. Don't focus on a specific person, but rather the ideals of the marriage, and visualize you wearing a wedding ring. And then make your desires enjoyable. And then also, um, if you want to manifest multiple things at once, just imagine yourself being enthusiastic or just having a feeling of gratitude, because gratitude is like a very powerful state that just brings everything to you. So assume a feeling of gratitude. And then he also says you could say, isn't it great? Or and feel that in your body, and repeat that over and over again until you feel it and you've convinced yourself, so you won't have to continuously worry about when's it going to come. And then it also says, somebody asked, how many times and how long should you do this practice? And he says, you do it until you reach that satisfied state, and then you let it go, you release it. And then it says, your daily activities will distract you from being anxious and constantly thinking about how it's going to come about and when is it coming, and remain present and be focused on the here and the now. And when you do that, like when you forget it, it comes so fast. And then the next point, he talks about do not tell anyone about your desires unless you have unwavering belief that you already have what you desire. Because when you tell somebody about your desires and they doubt you, or they don't see the vision that you have, and they don't understand it, people can easily talk you out of what you want. So only tell people what you want if you are absolutely certain that it's going to come and nobody can talk you out of it. And then the last point, it says you can't change your outer world without changing your inner world first. So trying to change the outer world without doing the inner work is just efforting things into being. So I guess just focus and continuously change your state. Make sure you're feeling good and you're having the feeling of that wish fulfilled, and you're feeling it in your body, and you're doing you're meditating, you're doing your visualizations, you're consciously creating your future every day. And that is how you will change your outer world without efforting. So that is all I have today in this video, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.